Okay, we're back recording.
You changed your hair.
Yeah, crazy hair today. We're in December in southeast Queensland where we have very high humidity this time of year. And every time this year, my hair just gets bigger and fluffier. And I'm not really the type to add product and stuff to my hair. So this is how I roll.
Me neither. No product in this. Not even colouring. Although because the light's low, it doesn't look quite so grey or white as it does in the sun. But who cares? Who cares? We let's revisit mantra.
Yeah. And before we do, just want to have an announcement that Dr. Lorin, Roche, and his wife Camille have just recently announced that they're going to be offering a 200-hour teacher training, meditation teacher training delivered online. So 200-hour online meditation teacher training that will be running early 2021. For information on how to register and payments, etc., if you go to either of their websites, so either lorinroche.com, we'll put all the details in the description of this video or podcast, depending on how you're accessing this. From my understanding, it's going to be very affordable and cannot recommend it highly enough. So you will get the 200-hour accreditation that if you want to, you can register with Yoga Alliance, the American body. So yeah, check it out, and we'll put all the information in the description. So today's topic, we're going to revisit mantra, and it's such a big one. Mantra, depending on how you say it.
I suppose it's like, who cares how you say it? Whatever sound delights you, I suppose. If you like a long A, mantra or mantra, it doesn't really matter. And this is one of the things about this practice that Lorin and Camille are sharing with us, is that whatever delights you, whether it be sound or movement,
smell, something textural,
whether it's a visual, just sitting out and watching the sky, or whether it's lying in a bath and enjoying the sensuality of the water on your body, whatever delights you can be a doorway in meditation.
And really, we say mantra, whatever you like, really also giving yourself the freedom to choose. Absolutely. Your style of meditation, your gateway, your doorway, your mantra, and the style of awareness that you bring to it. You have freedom. You need to give yourself freedom to trust your instincts in meditation and really listen to what works. I say do what works. That could be a mantra in itself when we're talking about meditation.
Style of awareness is another very interesting topic. It could nearly be something that is standalone. But if just briefly, your style of awareness could be restful and easeful. There might be times where you want to practice a style of awareness that is focus and concentration. We spoke recently about not using those words a lot. But then there might be times where you say, I just really want to come and dive into what I'm looking at.
Maybe playful.
Playful is another one.
Curious.
Childlike.
Inquisitive. And there might be times where you do need to apply that kind of style of focus and concentration that is almost like scrutiny. Like there might be a time where it's clinical and cold. It might be required at some time. And again, the beauty is you get to choose what serves you in the moment, in your sacred time of meditation. I know Lorin writes, you consider meditation a safe place to be in conversation with your radical impulses toward freedom, whatever they are. Radical impulses toward freedom.
Freedom's a big word, right?
Mm.
I think when freedom's one of those, what's that Sanskrit word for freedom and emancipation?
Like I'm thinking Jiva Mukti, the liberation of the
Liberation.
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The four, Dharma and Karma and Moksha and the other one.
Yeah.
So
Dharana.
one of those is freedom. One of the things that we crave is freedom.
Liberation, emancipation, and it's an interesting theoretical concept at the moment, free will.
Absolutely.
With the advancement of artificial intelligence and technology, where free will is really in question, and people are losing it.
Yeah.
Losing control of their own impulse and desires and
sovereignty as well.
Yeah.
Like where it appears that our sovereignty over our own body and what gets put into it is being eroded through the
air we breathe
and the fact that I think it would appear that there's going to be pressure on people to have jabs to live. Like, for example, I think Qantas said you don't get a jab for the coronavirus vaccine when it comes out, then you don't get on our plane.
That's all speculation.
To go overseas. So it's like sovereignty is something that we want to continue to develop and hold true to ourselves. So you get to choose your own. You get to choose your own mantra.
And in that safe place of meditation, when you kind of set the tone, if you like, set the scene to allow yourself to feel at home, then you're in this kind of perfect environment to explore your free will, explore what radical impulses you have towards freedom, and to allow yourself to choose style of attention, style of meditation.
There's a listening in that, right? There's a listening to what's going on within yourself, a listening to the different parts of your body that talk to you, and I think being yoga practitioners, we know that there's this description. It's not a prescription. The description of what people experience as the chakras, the energy centers in your body. You may not relate to it, but some people have said, "Well, I feel this in my body, and in this area, this feels like something, and in this area, in my throat, I feel stuff. In my forehead, I feel stuff." Like I've been in my meditations recently, sitting on the beach. And I would go into my meditation, my favorite meditation, do nothing, right? Just sit there and allow whatever happens. And I feel this little tap on my forehead. It's like something taps me there, and there seems to be a movement from there out and back in and back behind me and back out and over this way and in and out behind me. So my experience is that there's something happening here and centered in the forehead that is beyond just my physical body. That's just an experience for me, and that's what I'm feeling here. But someone might feel something else in their heart, centered in their heart. Someone might feel something centered in their belly.
And what you're describing right there, to me, lists two key skills of one, noticing. Actually, I would say three key skills of noticing the feeling, the place on your body, the particular sensations, the tapping, the whatever, these words you were using, and then naming it. So you noticed it and then you named it. I feel this, I feel that. And I think that is a really helpful technique for some people who are exploring meditation, or it may be very experienced meditators and would like to explore another technique. And thirdly, allowing these thoughts and sensations to come and go unedited, free, unrestrained.
Yeah.
And that sounds all really quite easy. Okay, yeah, notice sensations. Okay, yeah, you name it. Oh yeah, just let it do what it wants. But again, I think there is a tendency for the practitioner to go, oh my God, I'm not meditating. I failed. I should be calm. I should be quiet. I should be doing this. I should be thinking of someone I love. Or I should be staying focused on the breath. That we keep, I find, returning to these rules that and again, I don't like using the word rules, and more sort of a framework or guide from which to apply to your meditation, of not judging and holding yourself tenderly. So we tenderly welcome the movement of the mind and the flow and maybe I want to say mutating, but the shifting, changing sensations that are morphing through your body to accept it.
Yeah, there's a flow of experience, right? Experience isn't static. It moves, it flows. And what's happening for me with this awareness of some energy there, or pressure, or whatever it is, and its movement, it's like I'm experiencing a dot, and it's moving, and it's coming back in. It's moving somewhere else. It's coming back in. Like, for me, it's like, that's interesting. Like my style of attention in that experience is, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What is that? Without saying, oh, that's super spiritual. My third eye is opening. And
I've just stepped into next level guru.
Next level guru. It's like, well, that's interesting. I can't name the experience, but I don't put any. I don't try to put any real meaning to it. I don't try. You don't want to try to overanalyze these things, because for us, I think meditation is about experience.
It certainly is not an intellectual pursuit. And I think both yoga, the practice of asanas, and meditation is becoming over intellectualized. And really, it shouldn't be like a theoretical study. It's an experiential study, self-study, but not intellectualizing the experience, holding that attitude of curiosity throughout the journey. That is wild, that is serene, that is calm and crazy and everything in between. We haven't yet really talked about Syzygy, and I'm sure we'll come to that, and we haven't yet talked about detachment and attachment, and we'll come to that. But today, just talking about mantra again, and these skills of noticing, naming, not judging, and trusting your instincts to explore what works, to give yourself permission to be free in your exploration of your inner world.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we think of mantras sound.
Yeah.
Like we make noises with our mouths. Things that are delightful for us. There's the intellectualized, this particular seed mantra word, cream, the
bija mantras.
That have come out of yogic texts.
Sure.
That say they're specific to one particular chakra in your body, and they mean certain things, and they've got one of them's for Shiva, and one of them's for some Durga, and one of them's for this one, and one of them's for that one. Let's forget all
Forget about it.
Let's forget about it. Let's forget about that. What's a sound that you make when you enjoy something? You know?
It could be, you walk into the house and there's just this smell of freshly brewed coffee.
Oh.
Is that the sound?
Right. You take a whiff. It's like, oh. Where do you feel that in your body? You know?
Yeah. And what's the sound that you make? And to explore like your natural, spontaneous sounds. And to let that take you into a meditation.
Yeah. Well, we've been on the coast now for 10 days, and we went and picked our surfboards up out of the container, and we brought them down the coast and started surfing again, right? When Kimber, my partner, gets on a wave. Yeah.
I can already picture her. Yeah.
Yeah. When she gets on a wave, there's this sound that comes out. It's like, wee-oo! It's absolutely pure delight.
Ecstatic. Yeah.
It's ecstatic. And it's just like out of the whitewash, onto the green of a wave. It's like it's amazing when somebody is enjoying themselves so much. There's there's nothing contrived about the sounds that you make, right? It's just pure joy.
Yeah.
So if you think about the sounds that you make when you're enjoying yourself, doing something that you love, and it can be excitement, it could be something that is as you sink into a bath. If you really love having a nice warm bath and you just want to sink into a bath, what's the sound that you make?
It could be a sound that's just an internalized sound as well. You sink in, and inside you're just sinking into that.
But the sigh,
good feeling of relief, and
the sigh is probably one of the greatest mantras of all time, right? Where you just allow a release of energy that just allows you to. When you sigh, you soften, right? You soften, you let go of, and meditation is about letting go of tension in your body, right? It's about releasing, softening.
Melting, and having that sort of rich and full experience. That's sensuous.
Yeah.
I'm going to read Sutra 7.
Good.
It's from the Radiance Sutras, Sutra 7. Let your attention glide through the centers of awareness along the spine with adoring intent. There is a song to each area of the body, resonating in sweet vortices, long rhythmic vowels and hums. And ee, hum, resounding on and on. Find the harmonies emanating from the circulation of life energies. Listen to these sounds, then more subtly as an underlying hum, eventually as most subtle feeling, then diving more deeply, dissolve into freedom.
We've constantly got little challenges thrown up. Yeah. And we can take a breath. And we can have a sigh.
Yeah.
And it's something you can do. You just let we can create, we can use sound to soothe ourselves. Like that woof, 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 it gets adrenaline going, you know. It gets it hits the kid, it hits the brain, it hits the kidneys, chemistry goes wild. We're sparked into alertness. And one of the things that we can learn through a meditation practice and the use of little mantras and ones that we know that soothe us is that we can bring them straight back into our awareness. We can choose to take a breath and go, oh.
Yeah.
And there's a physiological response that happens with that when we know that we've got something that we can fall back on and rely on.
Yeah, it's kind of like hitting refresh on your browser, and you can then just sort of return to the screen of your life with this, sense of having been refreshed, even if it's momentarily, and a sense of being reconnected to you. And we can even have this new or fresh sense of relatedness to ourselves and who we are and how we're moving through life. And so always meditation should be to serve your life, not to escape from it.
No. Yeah.
But to serve your life and to help you move through it with maybe a little more ease, a little more connectedness, a little more love, giving and receiving.
Like the world's crazy place.
Yeah.
But we're all experiencing life in a very different way.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. None of us are immune to stress.
No.
Challenges, trauma, shock. Chances are we've all experienced them, and chances are we will continue to do so. And so it's more important, maybe now more than ever, as the world gets more densely populated, as we get different and new and potentially more complicated problems, global problems. It really requires that we are supported by our inner resources as we face these challenges. And meditation is a really great tool to help us access that reserve of nourishment and support that's there for ourselves.
For sure. And if you can find a sound that is soothing for yourself, that you feel comfortable with, you don't have to speak it out loud.
No.
We have this wonderful brain, this wonderful capacity to recall and remember internally.
Yeah.
Like one of the 8 limbs of yoga is said to be closing off of the senses. But if we look at the Sanskrit word a little different, and internalization of the senses, we are able to have an inner experience that is our very own. And you can replay the sound of yourself dropping into a bath and feeling soothed before you step through the door going into a meeting. And it can take just a breath or two where you can choose to give yourself a little reset. And come back to yourself with something that you love, just by going, oh. Yeah. Or if you want to step into a party, you're ready to go dance your butt off. If that's somewhere you can go inside, you can go wee. I'm just about to have the best time ever. Yeah. So you get to choose your own mantra. You get to choose the volume that you play it for yourself. Let it ring. Feel where it resonates in your body. Sure, if you use it vocally, then you'll feel it a little more. But you still get to feel the sensation of where it resonates in your body even if it's only sub-vocally. And you can hang with it, and you can be with it for 5 seconds, you can be with it for 5 minutes, and let it guide you. Let the energy of sound, mantra, the thought behind it, let it guide your travel in your meditation practice.
Yeah, some good tips. Good tips to explore. So we might wrap it up, and until next time.
Wherever we are then.
Wherever we are. So thank you, and we'll speak to you soon. Enjoy the waves, the wave mantras.